My name is Claudia Diaz-Singer. I am the Senior Director of Talent Development and Workplace Inclusion at the J.M. Smucker Company. My career at Smucker started almost 20 years ago, where I came into the organization as an administrative assistant, not knowing much about the company. I quickly learned and found ways to incorporate my strong work ethic and curiosity, and knowing that I could always do more in the work that I was doing. I was supporting our international division of the business, and at the time we were a jam and peanut butter company. And through my time in that space, learned a lot about our customers from different countries, which for me was a unique experience because moving to Northeast Ohio in itself was different from where I came from originally. What I also learned in my experience and career at Smucker was, number one, relationships. My experience as an administrative assistant quickly connected me to many, many people across the company. And those relationships that I established, but also the experience that I had in working with those individuals, I would have never imagined would help me continue to grow and contribute in the ways that I have over the last 20 years. So as an administrative assistant, I evolved into our customer logistics organization. So I spent 10 years or so of the front end of my career in customer supply chain logistics, both internationally and domestically. My superpower, I would say, has been customer service. Creating an experience for people, not only in their work experience, but the experience that they had with me. Making people feel like they are seen, valued, and heard, I would say, is at the core of who I am. And that also showed up in the work and the experience with my customers that I supported and served, both internally and externally. As my role and responsibility continue to evolve as a people manager and responsibility for 40 plus people across our teams, I was approached by one of my peers at the time, and who became one of my managers and leaders, where she saw something in me that I didn't even know. And for me, that was the first time I would say that what I was doing, I felt mattered. And I get emotional because when we talk about the work that we're doing, it's seeing people and seeing things in them that make them even better. And so, wow, that is something that for the first time, after feeling that where you don't know the cultural norms, especially as somebody from an underrepresented community where you're the first in your family to go to college, where I learned a different language. I would say that for me was probably the first time that I felt like, wow, I've made it. And for me, probably where I see the importance of this work, not only for my own success, but that others can see that they too have a place in this organization and can also be successful. And the work that I do is born out of love, it's born out of passion to see others do better. I would say that Smucker has evolved. They've always created the space, and I've been very fortunate for the growth of my own career here. But most importantly, to be able to be a steward of our culture through the experience of those that I have been privileged to work with and for, that really aligns to my own personal values, has led me to where I am today. And so that is where my personal journey is unique to me. But I also know that there are thousands of other employees who have their own personal journeys and stories as well that are very similar even though we are different, we are very similar in that sense. And that, even just the excitement of thinking of what might be in the future, is what continues to give me the energy and the drive to do this very important work in inclusion, diversity, and equity, not only at Smucker, but even in our communities that we live and serve.